This segment of Long Island Talks on LongIsland.com is brought to you by Adam Butter of Engel and Volkers. Follow your dream. Home. Kevin Wood back with you. Long Island Talks on LongIsland.com. I promise you we would move west on Long Island. I was out in Sag Harbor. We were talking to East Hampton chefs, all of which have been fantastic. And now we're here with our first Nassau County chef, Craig Attwood. How are you, sir? You're on the job. Thank you for coming on.
Good. How you doing? Nice
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been wonderful talking to you guys, and I say that because I know you're a community. You're so together, like a fraternity, I think, almost in the way you guys operate, and just a great bunch of guys and girls. I love it.
Yeah, everyone's. I think everyone's there for each other.
Absolutely.
Anything, make some phone calls. It's really nice.
So I'm talking to you today in your restaurant, right, called Five Ocean in Long Beach, New York. It's in one of the most iconic beaches on Long Island. Long Beach, if people don't know that are watching, is one of three cities. It's actually a city on Long Island.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that until I opened here.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm familiar. I have some friends in Long Beach, and I did the Long Beach Film Festival and still continue to do it for 8 years now. So you're right there on the beach. Describe your place, please.
So we're a small little fun, casual oceanfront. We're the only one of two oceanfront restaurants that has, we have a liquor license. We have drinks, it's a fun, pina coladas, margaritas, and everything's fresh. We're doing fresh stuff, local fish. I mean, I'm going to show you.
Okay.
I just got, like 10 minutes ago, local fisherman brought me a fluke.
Wow.
So that's what we're about. We're trying to do just like when I was in the Hamptons, there's still local fishermen here.
Nothing
we're
better.
Surrounded by water. So we, that's what my menus try to base that on, and still doing seasonal, tied in with, kind of like Pacific Rim, Mexican, it's not fun, making food that people like. So these guys, right, I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, see it perfectly.
Local fishermen just brought in 10 live fluke. I don't know if you can see these live, but one of these guys was just jumping out of the box.
Yeah, beautiful.
So it's really nice, beautiful. I mean, I wish I went with him fishing this morning.
Yeah, but, beautiful day.
Yeah.
So how would you make that? Give me an example of what that would turn into in terms of it.
So we're actually gonna do this, since it worked out really well. The other night, Cinco de Mayo, we did family meals to go, and I think a lot of chefs are doing that. I think it makes sense, trying to put it together in a small amount of time, not keep the restaurant open for hours, and just pre-ordering your dinners, so people come and pick it up at dinner time. If they're eating between 5 and 8, and I'm gonna do this whole. I'm gonna roast it whole, and I'm gonna serve it. I think we're gonna do maybe like a salsa verde, with maybe some like kind of Middle Eastern meets like South America, something like that. Some basmati rice, some local asparagus we got, and just simple, like really clean.
Simple,
but
better.
I think it's nice, whole roasted. A lot of chefs out there in the East End are doing like some whole roasted fish, and it's really nice.
Beautiful. Now, normally when you are open, you have some outdoor seating.
I do. I have about 45 seats outside on our deck, and you can come and have cocktails, bottles of rosé, relax. It's a really nice, great atmosphere, and you have the boardwalk right here. So you're looking at the ocean and then the boardwalk. So people are just up and down, running, biking. It's really a great atmosphere.
It's the best boardwalk on the northeast of Carter, no doubt. So give me a reaction, so when this first hit, March 2nd, 5th, whatever the heck it was, it's nearly 8 weeks now. What was your first reaction? Not ever seeing anything like this before.
I think like everyone else, we thought maybe it was going to pass, or it wasn't as serious as it is. And, and then it really, once you start talking to people in the medical field, you see that it's, this is not a joke. and then I got the virus. I had a relative that wasn't well and passed away, and we were all together caring for him. And I don't know how. Like, I wasn't out. We weren't out anywhere. So.
So that's how contagious it is.
That's how contagious. Yeah. I mean, you put people in a room together.
I'm interested. I'm interested to the extent you want to talk about it. What were some of your symptoms? What did you feel?
First, like I just started getting like a little like tickle in my throat, and then I woke up 2 a.m. with a high fever, and that was it. And then it just kind of, you felt it go through your body, and it really felt like it was trying to hurt you. Like, you started getting pains, like body pains, and something I've never felt before.
How long did it last?
Then, probably about 3 weeks, and still, even now, it's still tired. Like, you
Fatigue.
still feel it. Fatigue. Like, feel it in you feel it in your lungs, pneumonia.
Wow.
But it was like back and forth. I have a high fever, Tylenol, some albuterol for your lungs, and just when you feel better, it hits you again. So
That's
it was
incredible.
like this. You'd wake up like, oh, I feel better, and then night would come and it would knock you out again, and you'd be sleeping for 3 days straight. And then it got better. So, but it very scary.
Very scary.
Yeah.
You're actually the first person that I talked to about the experience. So thanks for sharing that. I think it dispels, some of the conspirators that are thinking this doesn't exist. It exists, and you know that.
No, it is, and there's a few chefs in the city, and some well-known chefs that have gotten it. It's no joke, and everyone jokes about it, and I think you have to have a sense of humor, but. Still, I mean, I know it's taking, some restaurants are closing because everyone's getting sick.
Yeah.
So then they're shutting down. So.
Yeah, we got to get past this. So
Yeah.
let's go to a happy place. Where did you grow up? Where did you grow up, and what do you like to do for fun?
I grew up on the South Shore in Lindenhurst.
Okay.
And then.
So you've been around fish all your life. Right?
Yeah, I spent most of my summers, living on a boat, fishing. I could fish, like, just sit on a boat all day. So that's kind of, we grew up on the South Shore, played sports, did some skateboarding and that stuff. And,
nice.
That's kind of,
So you've been rocking as a chef ever since, your early 20s?
I started working in restaurants as a 13-year-old, dishwasher, prep, and just kind of like fell into it. I liked working, I liked making money. And then I went to BOCES in high school, and it was something that, I was good at, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's a creative process for sure.
I mean, back then it was, it was creative and it was fun. And, and then 20 years later, 25 years later, it's hard work.
It's hard work.
It's being on your feet.
I don't know if you saw the interview with Matty, but one of the things he said that I find always true when I talk to a chef is they like the grind. They feed off the grind.
Yeah, there's definitely, I mean, it's just like drugs and alcohol, I guess, in some ways, where you, especially in your 20s, that speed, the rush.
Adrenaline.
I moved to New York City at 20, finished culinary school, and then I was working in 3-star, 4-star restaurants in New York City. My first restaurant, Judson Grill, we were doing, and this was a 3-star restaurant, great chefs. We had 250 seats. We could do 250 covers pre-theater, easy. A huge kitchen, huge open kitchen, beautiful. But that was my first place that, like, coming from Long Island, working in a seafood restaurant, Italian. There was no comparison in some. It was a different animal, and chefs working on perfection and really trying to make these beautiful dishes, but still, we're putting out big numbers. So that was a great experience, like my real first. And there's a point where you're a year or two into it and you're like one of the main line cooks and you're like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know. You're like, this is crazy.
Right.
But there's something, then it's either you're in or out at some point. So if some people, you see myself as a chef having younger guys come in, they're like, I don't know, this isn't for me. Yeah, it's not for you. It's not for everybody.
I can see the younger generation, quickly making a decision whether this life is for them or not, because it requires hard work and the grind, as you said.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you brought all that experience to where you are now, and I bet you love the grind just as much. And there's always something, and here you got the biggest thing in the world in front of you. But
yeah.
I can't stop thinking about when you do, or we all get back to normal, and sitting in that sand, overlooking the sand and the ocean in Long Beach. Are you right off New York Ave?
I'm right on New York Ave.
You're on New
right
York
at the
Ave.
end.
Really cool.
Right where the lifeguard trucks, the police trucks go in,
Yep.
right there.
So normally, do you do like last year? You just opened in May of 2019. We're coming up on a year. What a year anniversary, right? Jeez.
There are some things like last year I really couldn't do because it was just me. And just like every other chef you talk to on the island, it's hard to find staff.
I know.
That's really that's an issue. You just can't find people. Everyone wants to be a chef, but no one wants to be a cook.
I wonder if this particular crisis will change that. If we're at 16, 17, up to 20% unemployment, maybe that changes. Maybe now chefs will get the help they always needed.
I think it's sad, but I think so because, so many restaurants aren't going to reopen. And there's going to be, I would see so many chefs making career changes because what are you going to do if all these restaurants are closed? Including myself, we're right now, we're trying to make it. It's tough. Even the restaurants with, millionaire investors they're closing, shutting the doors. So, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, it's yet to be seen, but changing landscape alone. I know guys that you're affiliated with are survivors, so I have all the confidence in the world. Tell you what, after you cook that fluke, take a picture of it, send it to me. I'll show the audience at the end of this.
Yeah.
Put a nice, whatever you would drink with that, and we'll put it in the text so people can root for you and get right to your restaurant when you open up, Craig. I really appreciate you taking time out of, especially, I know you're at home, Restaurant Depot and preparing. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.